I am thrilled to death that I started coffee. Number one, because it was one of the greatest things for me personally. I had been walking through some dark areas of life and, really struggling with some situations, and through coffee and through the study that I did prior to starting the class really spoke to my heart, and I knew it was going to speak to some other ladies' hearts. I just knew that.
We are realizing that women all across the U.S. have the very same longing and are calling us to begin their own coffee group. If you would like to talk to us about starting a group in your area, please contact us. Let's work together to begin your conversation.
When I was trying to decide when I would be able to have a coffee, host a coffee, I was so busy at work and busy just with church and just doing community services, and then just doing Bible studies also with my church. So I had to decide when I would be able to, and it just come to mind that I could do it on my lunch break. So I took time and just thought about that, and I went and shared it with the ladies at the office, and we decided that we would take one day out of the week and do it on our lunch break.
We started on a Sunday night because we were having mothers bring in children to activities, but then they were leaving. And my heart got to a point where I thought, some of these mothers need to be connected. And so we put out some hooks and tried to catch some women that were coming in and out of the building with their teenagers, with their little ones, just a wide spectrum of women. And we began to see relationships build between executives at prominent companies in Albuquerque downtown with stay-at-home moms.
I knew that I was in a safe place when I got to coffee because Kim established that right from the first message that I heard. She was willing to share and be open about herself. So, I just kind of figured, well, she's going to stand up here and share and be open about whatever, then it's okay for me to do that as well. I think also I received so much compassion from the other women around the table. No matter what it was, there was never a spirit of anybody judging me. It was always just in love, whatever was said and whatever was done.
When you decide to do a coffee in your area, let us make it easy for you. We will send to you a director's guide that will answer all the questions that you have. And then, once your coffee begins, on a weekly basis, you will receive a video where I'll be doing the teaching for you, along with an agenda with all your discussion questions.
So when I was trying to decide about starting coffee, I was just doubting myself on starting coffee, but just having conversations with Kim and just relying on the Lord to be able to lead me and know that I can do all things through the Lord, that He will provide in those times when I am in the leadership position.
We try to make it so easy that even if you've never done anything like this before, you have everything you need to have a great conversation.
The majority of what happens that night is just talking. Once we watch the video, then we go into table talk, and our women just open up and feel free to share, and they begin to grow. That's where the growth takes place, is when we begin to share. But prepping for it and running it is so easy.
Along your coffee way, if you have any questions or concerns at all, please remember we're only a phone call away. Please contact us for any support that you need.
So when I started leading the group, I would receive texts from Kim, I would receive phone calls from Kim. If I had any questions, I would call Kim and ask her. Through Roses and Rainbows, they send you all the materials that you need. They send you the videos, they send you the teaching tips, they send you the agendas, and then you just get those prepared so when you're meeting for coffee, you're organized and prepared.
Coffee is one of the greatest Bible study, women's studies that I've been a part of. There have been several in my past that I've taught. There have been several in my past that I've been involved in. But I think this is one of the richest life applicable studies I've ever done.
For me, coffee was unique from other women's events that I've attended because we were in a group of believers, a group that when I walked in, I automatically felt loved. I automatically felt that I could connect with these women. I didn't feel like any of the women would judge me or see me for being an NFL wife. They would just see me for being who I am.
I think I would encourage any woman to begin a coffee group. I have one girl in my group this week who's moving back to Texas to home, and I've already told her, you need to begin a coffee group. And she just looks at me and says, I can't do that. And I said, oh yes you can. And she smiled at me and said, you know what, I think I could, because of the simplicity in coffee and the journey of coffee is very easy because it's real.
I look forward to seeing familiar faces. I look forward to the safe environment that I know that I'm in, I can be comfortable in. I look forward to the food as well, and even the sharing of recipes and just girl talk and just good times with good friends.
The ladies in my group, we're on a break for this summer, but they're just wanting to be together. When you say coffee, the ears perk up and like, when are we starting? When are we starting? So it's a really neat thing just because of the simplicity that it offers for women during a busy, busy time of their lives.
There are no words to describe when a woman hears a truth that leads her to an aha moment, when she realizes that her life still matters, when she understands that God's plan is still for her. Do you know women who need this hope? Will you join us in reaching them?
I don't think sometimes we realize how much of a blessing we can be by just listening to the voice of God and doing exactly what He wants us to do.